Hello everyone, welcome back to Grimm's Garage. And today, the camera's a little shaky because I'm not showcasing anything you see on the table here. Today, I would like to thank you all my subscribers, and anyone who watches. I have recently reached 1,000 subscribers, and I want to take this time to let you all know a little bit more about me and disclose my toy room. Just a little bit about what I do, how I store my stuff. Anyway, we're going to get right into that, and I will also personally introduce myself for the first time. There was no reason for not doing it before. Just, I'm not a camera guy. But this is my small, modest toy/storage room. It's very out of disarray because it's always changing. I'm sure a lot of us know how that is. And anyway, I'm a little upset that I can't switch the camera back and forth on the fly. So there will be a few abrupt cuts. So let me introduce myself. Hello, my name's Eric. I go by Grimm. It's been a handle I've had since I was about 14 or 15 years old in high school. I honestly think I stole it from Twisted Metal 1 or 2. I like the name Mr. Grimm, but I just went with Grimm. But for me, it's not Grim Reaper reference. I got a bad case of resting bitch face. So everything looks grim. But, hey, just talk to me. I'll talk. I just mind my business usually and try not to bother people. But I'm a friendly guy. Sorry about the lighting. This room isn't lit for videotaping anything other than the corner for the show, and that's barely lit properly. But yeah, I started this diecast hobby. I started literally about right when I started this channel. It was a new passion of mine, and it was to what I thought initially would be a cheap hobby. How foolish, right? To restart my collection, or just a collectible toy hobby in the first place. I had many of them in the past, and unfortunately my wife had been diagnosed with stage 3 ovarian cancer a few years ago, and we had, financial issues. I sold off most of my collectibles, my video games, music equipment. I do musical stuff. We lost most of our desirable items, back down to basics, living check to check. But, when things started getting a little better, that's when I started the channel and discovered Diecast. And so here we are. I never expected to get 1,000 subscribers. I always hoped, fantasized, but I really expected it. No, and here I am. And thank you all so much. I mean, it's not like much is going to change. I hope to try to put more into the channel, better lighting, and please comment below during this whole video. Please comment on things going on in the video. I'm looking for suggestions on future videos, not past videos. I've got ideas for I'm an animal lover. I've got 6 cats. We just acquired a new corgi today, and I don't remember what my daughter said she wants to name it, because I don't care. I refuse to. I'm naming it Spaghetti. New dog's named Spaghetti. End of story. Anyway, we got a new corgi. It fits in my hand. Still, it's just a little puppy. But we have 6 cats. I'm a cat lover, which is ironic because I'm allergic to cats. So I put myself through allergy meds to just live in my own home. And Yeah, that's why Mr. Gobbles is actually currently the photo for my channel at the moment. He's my main cat. I mean, two of them are specifically mine out of the family, but I love animals. Animals love me. They all want to be my cat. Anyway, let's take a look at some of the collectibles that I've obtained recently. Oh, and by the way, my wife unfortunately did go in remission and have to go through treatment again, and she is in the middle, or she's right at the tail end of it. We're waiting for a doctor's appointment to see if she's completely clear or not, but we're looking like it is. And this time around, it was not bad at all. Just on her, no, she's not bad at all. This time was not bad for her. Physically, just financially, we're messed up. But I'm going to switch the camera back around a bit and show you guys around and just see what I got around here and how I store some of my stuff. And again, I throw some comments down below. I want some comments on what you guys would like to see. I mentioned the cats. I'm thinking about doing some like cat versus cars videos. My cats love the some of my track sets. In fact, if the door was open and I turn the track thing on, which I might do a little later in the video, Buddy will come running. He loves it. The second he'll hear that sound, he'll come running if he's awake or around. But I'm going to flip the camera around and show you guys a little bit around the room. Alright, I'm actually starting outside of the room. I'm sorry I'm using a weird light. The lighting out here is weird, and I just want to showcase this stand that's right outside the door, and nothing else, because the rest of the house belongs to the whole family, and they don't want to disclose everything. But I've got some slightly larger Java and Buddy L's on this little display here. Did it out of just needing room in the toy room, but I think I want to bring it back in here because I'm trying to film this. I'm realizing they're getting quite dusty out in this room, faster than they do in the storage/toy room. So I think I'm gonna want to move these guys. Also have this acrylic case. I got it at a garage sale for $5. I think it was supposed to hold tiny liquor bottles or something. I'm currently using it just to store my RV camper collection. And got some premium military models down on the bottom. And here's the door to the room. There is no other door, by the way. That's a joke. And here we go. Now, if you've been watching since I started this channel, you may have noticed the background of the filming location has changed quite a bit. Obviously, the audio is a lot better. I foolishly started taping with a fan in the background, thinking the ambient sound would be better. And that was horrible. But anyway, that location was a secondary place that I was renting, a studio to do some of my guitar repairs. I do guitar work. Not directly much on guitars. I'm an electrical engineer by trade, and I do work on guitar effects, pedals, and amplifiers, some electrical equipment. So, got a lot of space for that up there. My workbench is out in the living room. Well, let's just get into this, I guess. Well, that's just been literally boxes, just storage. There's many of those around the house. They're all under the beds and everything. Got a sound bar if I want to jam out on my phone in here. Up here are some mostly plastic model kits that I'd love to get time to, but I probably never will. Probably when I retire. And this is I guess a kitchen cabinet. I literally found this in the garbage 20 years ago on the side of the road. Extra piece during a renovation. So I snagged it, and it's been moved 3 times and used for multiple uses. You can see I've got the RC TMNT Mutant Mayhem van there. We've got the Stranger Things Surfer Boy Pizza RC van. So, cool lunchbox with a matching metal thermos from Stephen Rhodes. Stephen Rhodes is just an artist that does all these weird, like, retro horror-themed artwork that's put on all kinds of merchandising, usually found at Spencer's. Down here you got my CD collection. I'm an audiophile. I prefer CD. Can't afford record collection, but this is mostly rock, 90s alternative. I think my favorite music right now, bands, I mean, I go on forever about past, but currently right now, my current favorite is Queens of the Stone Age. And my daughters have actually gotten me to start listening to some newer music. I'm starting to appreciate 21 Pilots and Royal Blood. I'm kind of liking that it's, even though I'm a guitar guy, that it's all drum and bass. It still works. Down here, we've got, I like video games too. These are my 2 favorite retro video game systems, PS2 and the Dreamcast. Fully modified, modernized. My channel's not really about this stuff, so I'm not going to go too far into it, but I love these things. They're fully modded out. I've got further video upgrade equipment pieces. Even the controller's been updated. But anyway, we're going to move on. This is a display case that I'd gotten at a thrift store, which actually is probably worth a few $100. And it looked Arabic or something to me, but apparently it's Italian made. And I hate gold. I fully intended to just tear it down and refinish it. I got it for $15. But after discovering it's probably worth a few $100, I left it as is for now. And in this, I keep my Ghostbusters Ecto collection. And there's some Knight Rider stuff on the bottom there. And the only reason why it's on the floor is, like I said, I just moved the room around again. And where this was initially on the wall, there's now a shelf. So, and speaking of the shelves, well, first off, there's this little plastic table here in the middle of the room. I just put this here because I took all the stuff out of the bin. These are all things I'm going to open up soon. Soon videos. I think this pile here and this pile here are new pickups. The rest is older stuff I'll make some videos out of. On my shelves, I've got air compressor, fan, batteries. What's that? That is just random Hot Wheel sets. This is literally bags of Diecast that I don't have storage for, so I put them in individual bags like this, and then just gently pile them in these storage bins, doing what I can. I'm a Ghostbusters fan. Can't wait for the new film, by the way. What do we got in here? Excuse me. This is all Ninja Turtle figures and toys. I made 3 of these. I use these at the local Diecast show to showcase open models. I'll put them across the front of the table. I used to keep them in the bags and in different bins. I realized if they're right there out on the table and they can easily look at them, it works a lot better for me and them. We've got our jammers. Of course, this is my preferred method of most storage. They're a little short where I showcase I started using cut up pieces of pool noodle to help keep the models from shaking around in there. But I have to acquire more pool noodles. They're out of season. These are what are called fish bins. Local restaurants, I have friends that work in the restaurant industry. These come filled with fish for local restaurants, and I thoroughly clean them and use them for more car storage. Just as below, I've got little bags of cars and all here. Help try to sort some of my collection. Let's see. That's just a big metal random box. It's going to be a deluxe guitar pedal at some time. Matchbox sets. These are all electronic components for repairs or building guitar pedals. Let's see. Got a bin full of Ghostbusters. I think that is a TMNT Mutant Mayhem playset. More random Matchbox stuff. That's a bin full of musical cables and wires. That's a bin of power tools. We've got my beverage of choice. Some random tools to help open up some of the toys. Let's see. Just some cases. Bottom cases. Lighting and video equipment. Top one is where I usually keep my Dreamcast and accessories. Blocked off window with a recent Ghostbusters blanket acquirement. I don't know where it's going to finalize being, so I threw it up there for now. And I apologize to Winston Zeddemore. I did not intend to cut him off. I just wanted to hang it somewhere for the moment. And as said, do dabble in musical stuff. So this is my Ibanez Black Eagle bass. And what I call, I'm not sure what I used to call this, but I made this. I designed, threw it together, Frankensteined it together. Originally supposed to be designed off of like a late 70s custom telly. I originally hated tellies, but I turned it into one that I would love. And the reason why I did that was because, just like now, I was broke and could not afford to buy a guitar I loved. So I slowly built one out of pieces while my children were young. I couldn't justify spending a chunk of money on something like that when we had children to raise. Underneath my table, I've got garbage can, and I always keep a paper bag for recycling, and then take that out to the bin when it's full. These were just some recently acquirements I gotten at a thrift store. I'm not going to feature them in a video. I just thought they were cool to possibly display on the wall. Just nostalgic items. This pretty cool National Lampoon record with a printed image for the time. I didn't know they did that back then. I thought it was more of a recent thing. So this is really cool. I got that for $5. And for $1.50, I got a VHS copy of the Dark Crystal in great condition. Well, I don't need a visual copy of that. That's a cool conversation shelf piece. That's beautiful. And this I did get at a local train show that I threw up a few shorts on the channel. This was my only acquirement that day, an HO scale Kentucky Fried Chicken. And it was going to be too small for most of my Hot Wheels and Matchbox, but I've got a few models that can fit in the front of this. I think it would look pretty great. I would really love to get a hold of a drive-in theater that would fit 160 whatever scale, our general cars. Like a drive-in theater, or maybe like a classic car hop diner. Here I have this weird, it's actually a rolling cart if it wants to be. This is actually an end display for potato chips at a convenience store. My wife is a manager at a convenience store when she's feeling up to it. And they were going to throw this out, so I told her, no, I'll take it, bring it home. And it's mostly being used for some diecast storage here. I've got my lighted photo box on top which this thing should have cost about 150 bucks. I got this at a thrift store for $20 with extra accessories it shouldn't have came with. So I lucked out on that. On top of that, I've got a Hot Wheels set that I also have a video on if you want to go check that out. Down below, we've got some diecast storage, which I wanted to go into how I store some of my unusual diecast, I guess. First off, these are like jewelry display bins. These were the first things I got, and I thought all the diecast I ever have will fit nicely in these little velvet trays. How foolish was I? Anyway, these are all empty except for the top one. Top one is all recent pickups that have a case location, and I need to file them away. Down here, in an ice cream bin, are recent pickups that I also have to file away, but they don't have a nice case location. They've got a bin type location, like I showed on the other shelf. Or perhaps like these. These are ice cream jugs from Walmart. My wife and daughters eat so much ice cream, so I started making sure I buy those because it's a good deal. And I ended up with a nice square container. So I started checking those out. But here's some more other plastic solutions. These things used to be available at Dollar Trees for $1.25. They were advertised to use for cars or Lego figures or whatever. I've got a number of those that I've got a few models stored in. These have recently disappeared. I don't know what's going on. They were made by Green Brier. Anyway, it is the Dollar Tree company. I have seen photos of them somewhere else, and maybe slightly other colors. Now with a molded in Hot Wheels logo. So maybe Mattel is infiltrating that. I don't know. Anyway, I also use these things, which I get from two different places. They look slightly different, but they're the same. I get this top one. I get these mostly for slightly longer vehicles. You know, I love my wagons, hearses, and that. And they fit nicely in these things. This one says Creative Options. But I'm pretty sure they have Plano make these and have their name put on it. But this is from Hobby Lobby. It's got the black sparkly clip. Whereas this one came from Walmart. It is exactly the same. This says Plano on it and has a red clip. But it is the same molded case otherwise. Just like you can get Plano, the Plano jammers up there. Those are also available at Hobby Lobby for $10 a piece. But it'll have a sticker on it saying it's from Creative Options. Like this thing here. It'll have a sticker with that logo on it. But you peel it off, and right in the molding it says Plano number, whatever. It is a Plano jammer. I did just start getting these buckets here from my most recent secondary part-time job. They throw these, one or two of these out a day, so I'm going to start acquiring these buckets and possibly replace those fish bins. They're a lot sturdier, and I have access to a lot more of them. I think they stopped making the plastic fish bins. They're all made out of like corrugated plastic now, like a cardboard box. Oh, anyway, I think, yeah, the bottom bin down here, that's just more packaging garbage. We got some spare bins. These are new toy acquirements that I have to do videos on. Most of them are waiting for something else. Like, these are Changing Turtle series. I'm missing 2 out of 6. Hide shell turtles. I did get all those, so I gotta film that soon. I'm missing one of the Fright Feature Ghostbusters. Usually I'm missing something to do the video. I don't buy online. I only hunt locally. I do have one or two other local fans / friends that will help hunt for me. But otherwise, I don't shop online. And here we have a display case that I have most of my higher end figures, which NECA is probably the limit of my higher end figures. As stated, we can't afford much, so I'm doing the best I can within our budget for this channel and my personal hobby desires. But on this top shelf here, I don't know if shadows are going to mess with things, but I've got the Halloween 2 or 3 triple pack from NECA. I've got a Mego clown, killer clown back there. A few Transformers. That's Ectotron. That's Toxitron, which I didn't do a video on. And I started, and to be honest, I didn't finish it because he is too complicated to do on film, the transformation. So I just never went back to finish that, to be honest with you. We've got Coronation Starscream there, but we've got Rick and Morty character sitting on his throne. Down here, a few NECA Puppet Master figures. Got Geralt and Ciri from The Witcher. That is the only collectible that I still have from my old collection. I think I got him in about 1998. It's a large doll-sized blade from Puppet Master. A couple Thing NECA figures. Bendy Bob and Valentine. My Bloody Valentine. In the back there's a steel Silent Hill picture thing that one of my daughters gave me for a holiday one year. Got Ash, Bloody Doll Head, which I honestly painted myself. I was bored one day. Horror NECA guys. We got Jeffrey Combs, Creeper, Pinhead, some Ninja Turtle stuff, and some Ninja Turtle Motu crossover. Ghostbuster patches. As the light lights up. Oh, yeah, there we go. That was a clicky. It's touch sensitive. Bottom shelf. It's mostly full of gremlins. Back to School Guy, Brain, Flasher, Spider. It's awesome. I still love to find Greta. Hiding way back there, there is a very scared little gizmo. Right next to, that's actually my wife's It figure. And there's Dwight Schrute from The Office. And big old wolf from American Werewolf in London. Next off we have the closet, which on the outside I've got a rack full of DIY crap because stated I do a lot of DIY stuff. Inside, there's another rack of DIY crap. That box up there is a ginormous Hot Wheels set. I think it's the biggest one I'm aware of. It's the big Ultimate Garage with the gorilla on the side, but it also has the added dinosaur section on the front right of it. Not all of them have that, and I don't understand. In front of that, there's this wire spinny rack, which was featured on the first couple of videos I had done. This is mostly just household storage in here. The back row of bins are just holiday decorations for various holidays. See, packaging bin, Hot Wheel Matchbox tracks. Same thing there. And the bottom bin is all Legos. Hot Wheel track. More Legos. Close that up. And this is a row of plastic storage shelves. These drawers are mostly used for random household storage things. There's one or two that have some diecast in there. This was originally used for just my electronics. Now it's just in here for random BS. I have cars in here. I've got electronic projects. So this is an idea for a video I haven't done yet. These guys have been sitting on the shelf for like 6 months to do a video. That's a pile for my good friend David. I know you're watching. Those are yours. That's your pile. We got some pedals. Let's see, here's some guitar pedals that I'm in the middle of working on. Arcadiator. Make your guitar sound like old 8-bit video game systems. So, but we're not here for that type of stuff. Those are all electronic parts. That's just a sun lamp I'm looking to get rid of. Oh, here is the other display cabinet I had on the wall that I have to relocate. And I need to find more display cases. I did have these nicely on the side until I got overpacked, and now I'm just jamming it full for somewhere to put things. Got a number of my Hollywood things in here. Really got to find more storage. As I said, I try to be as thrifty as possible. Most of my displays are from thrift stores. That case there was from $15 from the store. This table's like a $400 table. I got that from a thrift store for $20. This chair, I'm glad I got it at a thrift store for $20. I got a pair of them, 2 of them, each $20 a piece. I'm glad I only paid $20 because not only do I love them, but my cats love them. They're scratching them up a bit. And as I said, glad it was only $20 because apparently these are like $1,000 chairs. Excuse the pocket crumbs. But yeah, this is my filming area. It is in a trailer. That's why I got rid of the other rental place. They had the nice brick wall. In my first few videos, that was from a fireplace that I no longer have. We live in a double wide trailer, which I'm fine with. I'm just letting you know that's why things had changed, our financial situations. Just a moment. Alright, I did want to take a second and go back and look in this cabinet because I got distracted there going around the room. I didn't not go through the cabinet. So, there's some smoke damage in this cabinet. This room was previously my daughter's room, and I let her use this for her collectibles, and right underneath the cabinet, she burned scented candles. So I try to scrub as much of it out as I can, because the soot just seeped all through this. I don't know how she didn't understand it, didn't get into her books. But otherwise, this is mostly Jada. Look at the Scooby-Doo van. Those are 2 Nomads that I went over that I don't know where exactly they came from. Supernatural. We got Frankenstein there. M2 van in the way. It's these are like pharmacy pickups, like Rite Aid, Diecast, Weller. I think Weller brand. But, you know, I like my Volkswagen vans, so those were cool. Another M2. We got 2 M2 trucks back there, and we got the Freddy car right there. Put this back up here. And down here, you know, I don't really care for monster trucks. I've expressed that a lot, but if they make a monster truck out of something else that I do like, I gotta get it. So there's a big ass food truck, monster truck, El Camino. Got the animated kit right here. Car. We have the Back to the Future one-time machine. We have three versions of Optimus Prime. Old school, new school, and evil. And of course I got my Ecto one from Jada. Down here we've got a bunch of Volkswagen vans from Jada. Lots of Disney themes on those. I'm not particularly all that interested in the Disney theme, but it does add some nice detail to the models. That one is Transformers based. I think that's where my metal badge up on the shelf came from. Two Ninja Turtle Jadas. I won't be getting the other two turtles, unfortunately, because their cars are vehicles I don't collect. I'm into collecting the vehicle. There's two more Beetles. We got Oscar from Sesame Street and woman I don't remember, honestly, from the Bumblebee Transformers film. That is Bumblebee Retro Rusted. And that's just a big diecast Nomad I got at a show. It does have steering. Don't know where it's from, though. So let's get back to the other action. Alright, sorry, I wanted to turn the camera back around. And thank you for joining me today. I know this video might seem a little weird. It's completely unscripted. I just went into it raw. No thoughts behind it. I just wanted to say thanks, tell a little bit about myself, and show you around my room. I hope you'll join me again soon. If you're new here, hi. And for those of you who've been here for a while, thank you so much. I never expected this again. You all really are so much appreciated. I hope you'll always join me again soon. I'll make sure I always have at least one diecast video a week. Always at least 2 videos a week. One of them always being diecast. But that's minimum. It may be 3 or 4. There's going to be some shorts in there. And I'm serious. Please give me suggestions. I want to know what you want to see. I've got some ideas for some like little diecast car like skits. Maybe a little like Boy Racer Ben does. But I don't really do those kind of filming tracks, or track videos, racing, actual playing with the cars. I don't usually do that. Like T-Dog Nation, he does that too. I'm gonna leave that up to them. But I have a few like little skits kind of things I might want to do for shorts. And like I said, I might want to do something with my cats and some of the toy tracks. That might be fun. Or even doing walkthrough videos of where I hunt. I know a lot of people do videos on that kind of stuff. I don't know if my aunts would be interested in that. Like, not like your daily, I'm going to Target and Walmart every day, which I do. No one wants to see that, especially in my area. My stores suck. That's why I have people that live about an hour away help find things for me in their areas. And then we meet up somewhere. Because I don't have the time or money to travel an hour out to these different stores. I only go to my local ones, and they suck. The inventory is horrible. I don't know what's going on here. But anyway, thank you all. I hope you guys continue to support me. And I can't thank you all enough. I'm honestly rambling. I hope you all have a very good night. Yeah, and then I have spent some time to try to express my gratitude to the fans, subscribers, and just simple viewers. But I do have to take a moment to thank some of the other channels. Rat Blacks. I remember you reached out to me and we had some good communications along the way. T-Dog Nation. We met up in real life. And that was a lot of fun. Andrew, you don't have a channel, But I met you, and that was awesome because your connection, personally, between me and Tyrone, that blew my mind. Tyrone, of building the Ultimate Matchbox collection, I'd like to thank the most. I would like to say he's kind of my muse for this channel. He doesn't do anything but diecast. I dabble in other toys. His main channel is all Matchbox, but he does have a secondary channel that covers other diecasts like Greenlight and etc. I would definitely check his stuff out. He is the reason why I started this channel. I thoroughly enjoyed watching his videos every day after work, and I would sit at my desk and open my diecast and be like, well, why can't I do this too? So I was like, yeah, I'll just open my toys that I just opened that day on camera, like he did. And it's evolved into something. And so thank you very much, Tyrone. The camaraderie, sending you things, just the communication, the support, and just inspiration is amazing. Thank you so much. Everybody, please go check out Tyrone at The Ultimate Matchbox Collection. If you like anything I'm doing diecast related, it's inspired by him. You're going to like his stuff a lot better. Go check out Tyrone. I almost forgot to show off a little knick-knack shelf, because someone else had asked me about that before in my local club. I got the shelf about 2 months ago. Started filling it with crap. That's in my collection. I got it at a thrift store for $4, actually still in the original packaging. But anyway, I'm not really into pop figures, but I got her for my daughter as a gift because I'm a big Ghostbuster guy. We got Freddy hanging there. I think that came from a Johnny Lightning. He came from a Rite Aid like 10 years ago, and he squeezes his belly and he laughs maniacally, and I couldn't get enough of it. But he's so old, he doesn't sound right anymore. This is a timer from a board game from Anchorman. The board game's hilarious, and I just like to keep some game pieces out because they look like fun little toys. It's supposed to look like a clone bottle. Got him from the thrift store. I forgot his name. It's on the edge of my tongue. Anyway, Zamboni. Not even into hockey, just representing Buffalo. I got some large-scale wagons, some dollar store Motu, just to represent Motu. I did get 1 or 2 Motu items. I do love Motu. I can't afford it, so I don't touch it. I don't know if you get that. Want them all, and if I can't afford it, then nah, not at all. Got these 2 guys from Five Below, Ren and Stimpy. Transformer thing came with a Jada car. We've got Bootsy Collins. Top row plastic figures here are from the Goonies board game, which plays like a D&D, so that's kind of cool. Down below, this game plays slightly similar, but not exactly. These are figures from the Princess Bride board game. And these are from the Jada Nano series. Got the Back to the Future, classic Transformers, because there's a newer one as well, G.I. Joe, and classic TMNT. What is this? We got some tiny little Garbage Pail Kid Fives I found. That's actually just a little tin I keep guitar picks in. A little rubber ball, some Johnny Lightning Monopoly tokens. 2 ghost figures actually came with my Ectotron, Slimer and Muncher. These are tragic. These 2 Hellraiser heads came from 18-inch figures that a friend had gotten me 20 years ago. They were smashed during a move, unfortunately, and I saved their heads. Chatterer there on the left, his jaw would chatter up and down if you walked by. It was motion activated. And Pinhead on the right, he would quote something from the film, one of like 8 different phrases when you walk by. We have Obey was an alien from They Live. Glow in the dark, by the way. We've got a Pickle Rick and, what's his name? Puma? Panther? I don't remember. But it's Machete playing a character from Rick and Morty. And those are actually more game figures. Got a Matchbox Freddy. And this is probably one of my favorite pieces up here. That also came from one of my favorite fans, Jay Spawn. He was listening on an early video, said I would always like to have one of these. They were nostalgic when I was a child. And he said, I got something for you. His wife worked in managing for McDonald's for quite a few years, and they have quite a collection. And yeah, eventually one day I'd like to have a whole collection of these. But this one specifically I really needed for my heart. And he found and gave it to me. And I very much appreciate that. I mentioned one of my cats really loves the tracks. Watch this. Hi, buddy. This is Buttercup. He's our oldest kitty. I'm sorry, man. I know he wants to play with cars. I didn't mean to tease you. Yeah, he'll always come running. He wants to play with the cars.